When you're in the mood to live vicariously through characters in high-speed car chases, shootouts, or death-defying stunts, just head to Netflix. However, trying to find a good thing on Netflix's clunky search apparatus is anything but action-packed, so to save you time and boredom, we've gone ahead and identified the best action movies on Netflix right now, along with reviews from critics and a quick overview. So, without further ado, let's get watching. Number 10. Outlaw King. With 6.9 on IMDb and 62% on Rotten Tomatoes. After being declared outlaw by the occupying English Empire, Robert the Bruce raises an army of Scottish fighters in rebellion. Twists and turns all across the Scottish countryside lead this film on an epic true to historical events journey that captures heroism at its core. A true David vs. Goliath story, muddy and bloody to a fault. Outlaw King doesn't skimp on the medieval battle scenes. It should be a series instead of a 2-hour movie. Number 9. The Gray Man. With 6.5 on IMDb and 46% on Rotten Tomatoes. When the CIA most skilled operative whose true identity is known to none accidentally uncovers dark agency secrets, a psychopathic former colleague puts a bounty on his head, setting off a global manhunt by international assassins. Add this one to your queue with confidence, action fans. The Gray Man has a great cast, exciting set pieces, and a solid story. An unapologetically pure action movie, and as such tremendously entertaining. Number 8. The Night Comes for Us. With 6.9 on IMDb and 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a complete madness. The Night Comes for Us might legitimately be the goriest action flick in recent memory. Indonesian action films, an intensity that many of their American counterparts can't match. Edo, an assassin for the Southeast Asian Triad. When Edo is ordered to kill a young girl, Riane, he turns against his masters. That's why Edo's former master sent his ex-friend Arian. After both of them finish the job, there will be blood, lots of it. A bloody thrill ride designed to test the limits of more squeamish viewers. Number 7. The Outpost. With 6.8 on IMDb and 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. In 2009, 53 American troops were attacked at a remote combat outpost Keating during the war in Afghanistan. The Outpost tells the story of these soldiers as they attempt to hold off an enemy force that has them severely outnumbered. More alarmingly, the army has stripped a small fortress of its resources, leaving the remaining troops in a very dangerous situation. Told with gripping realism, The Outpost is a thrilling technical feat and a worthy tribute to military heroes. Number 6. Bullet Train. With 7.3 on IMDb and 54% on Rotten Tomatoes. Ladybug is an assassin who has had a string of bad luck leading to a number of gigs going off the rails recently. On his latest mission taking place on the world's fastest train, he's determined to make things go smoothly. He's far from the only assassin there, and they all have similar but connected objectives that cause outright chaos to ensue. Bullet Train's colorful cast and high-speed action are almost enough to keep things going. Number 5. The Gentleman. With 7.8 on IMDb and 75% on Rotten Tomatoes. An American expat tries to sell off his highly profitable marijuana empire in London, triggering plot schemes, bribery, and blackmail in an attempt to steal his domain out from under him. The Gentleman is another stylized multi-million-dollar blowout for quick-cutting auteur Guy Ritchie. It gets to the real heart of the matter when it comes to Guy Ritchie. The man delivers popcorn action ensemble flicks, and he delivers on his Ritchie niche almost 9 times out of 10. Number 4. The Old Guard. With 6.8 on IMDb and 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. A covert team of immortal mercenaries is suddenly exposed and must now fight to keep their identity a secret just as an unexpected new member is discovered. The Old Guard isn't just an action film loaded with blood and guts. It's a scathing look at what happens when scientific pursuit blends with capitalist greed. We are looking at a franchise here as The Old Guard 2 officially wraps up filming and will release in 2023 on Netflix. Number 3. The King. With 7.3 on IMDb and 71% on Rotten Tomatoes. Timothy Chalamet stars as young Henry V, an unaspiring heir who has the crown forced upon him after his father's untimely death. Believing Henry weak and ineffectual, the Dauphin of France takes the opportunity to incite a war. But there's more afoot than meets the eye. Robert Pattinson's performance as the Dauphin alone is worth the watch. Strong source material and gripping performances make this a period drama worth hailing. The King does a good job reinventing Shakespeare's characters with a compelling and captivating story that leaves an emotional impact. Number 2. Triple Frontier. With 6.4 on IMDb and 70% on Rotten Tomatoes. 5 former Special Forces operatives reunite to plan a heist in the sparsely populated multi-border zone of South America. But when events take an unexpected turn and threaten to spiral out of control, their skills, their loyalties, and their morals are pushed to a breaking point in an epic battle for survival. Triple Frontier features impeccable photography, strong acting, and well-staged action scenes that lose tension. Number 1. All Quiet on the Western Front. With 7.8 on IMDb and 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. War breaks out in Germany in 1914. Paul Baumer and his classmates quickly enlist in the army to serve their fatherland. No sooner are they drafted than the first images from the battlefield show them the reality of war. All Quiet on the Western Front retains the power of its classic source material by focusing on the futility of war. It puts you right there on the battlefield and reminds you once again that war is truly hell. And that's it. Like and subscribe and type anything in the comments section. Bye!